in some ways.
You got rejected by Ruby. That's harsh, man.
After getting fucking rejected by a guy named Complexity, who was covering the Keemstar stuff earlier today. And it's like, how low do I have to go? And I guess the answer is...
Welcome to the locale graveyard. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Dead man.
That's right. Mr. Deadman's running the locale graveyard here. We're at the bottom of the point.
Can I say, okay, so like, I can bust your balls. It's easy enough, right? You are the #1 appreciator of Grace's mother. Bar none. You were the only person who took her crazy fucking middle of the night down in the docks crazy fucking post and was like, there's something cool here. I give you full credit. I think you absolutely got something there that I was like, this is just crazy. And you're like, no, there's like a horror. And you were sincere. You were like, I think she's got a certain something. Yeah, so I want to be diplomatic, you know?
Yeah, that's good. So what's your take on the...
I had to watch her get fucking escorted yesterday by a police officer because I was there with my daughter smoking a cigarette.
Shake it,
This is a level of bullshit.
Deadman was one of the first. He ain't sloppy seconds.
Thank you, Rizza. Thank you. Rizza said I was one of the first. I'm not sloppy seconds. I like that. Thank you.
It's true. And you were there very, very, very early on. And you're like always, even when like everyone else is like, these people are falling off, you're there. So whatever. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to blow sunshine up your skirt.
Oh, no,
I'm not here to trash you as like an asshole.
No, I don't think you are.
You're the only person who has yet to receive police whatever, because we went to talk to them and they took the initiative to call whoever. But I will.
Well, yeah, I'm not to call the cops on you guys. I mean, I think one time, Grace called the cops on me for the whole thing.
No,
I wasn't going to kill you guys.
That's actually not what happened.
Oh, what happened?
That's actually not what happened. But we did. We were kind of like, we were right across from the police station, and we went over there because I was like, well, what? You know, I was new to the whole thing, so I'm like, okay, what do you do in these situations in general? What can the police do? And we said we didn't want to do anything, but like he caught something that remember you wrote my name in blood on your arm.
Oh yeah, that was good. I cannot find that clip, but yeah, that was good.
Okay. And he knew that was like the whole thing was an allusion to a horror movie. Okay. I didn't know that, but like it seemed weird. But when he saw that, he's like, can I take a look at that? And Grace was like, here you go. And he's like, I'm going to look into this a little bit. Then he called us later and he's like, I think we got this guy. I think we know his name. We'd like to call, some of his relatives just to,
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. They called my parents.
And I did say, that's fine with me. So if you're a victim of that, whatever. But it did change your behavior. That's the interesting thing. You now say allegedly sucked his dick.
It depends on the night.
I appreciate.
It depends on the night, honestly.
Well, it's something you keep in mind.
Like a lot of us streamers or shit posters, it depends on the moment and how much we had to drink and whatever.
True. So I admit you have not been consistent, but it does seem to have some impact.
You've had a doozy of a day, it sounds like. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it or what.
No, that was Friday. That was the court.
Oh man.
Today's Sunday.
Yeah,
I didn't go to court on a Sunday.
No. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like you had
a fuck of a day, to tell you the truth. I had a fuck of a day. This piece of shit daughter of mine drove me fucking crazy. And I think I finally fucking broke her.
You finally broke Grace?
Of infamy.
It took, how many years did it take to break Grace?
7 fucking years of infamy.
7 years to break Grace.
I'd like to have her tell you about it and stop lying all the time. But she's admitting now that she's been lying about pretty much everything.
Is she still a dirty? So she's still a dirty liar.
Somewhat satisfying.
She's still a dirty liar.
Well, she's female, but like, I think less of a liar. Lies about everything. She's just a liar. But I'll let her tell you that, because otherwise I'm being abusive and we need to call the cops. Anyways.
So is she still like the daughter of Satan?
We had some of those types of conversations today. Yeah.
Okay.
About like, you don't want to live, then what are you doing here? Why are you dragging me? That kind of stuff. Yeah. 7 years in.
7 years in.
And I've always stood by those conversations. You never hear me say that's not true. You just say, oh, there's another side to it. Which
right.
Hey, sweetheart, why don't you come talk to Mr. Deadman?
Well, Ben.
Hear all about
Ben, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the
infamy.
Keemstar stuff, or do you want to talk about what you can about the court?
You know what's an interesting? I'll just say, like, I can't really like the fucking judge. Okay, who I'm not supposed to say this about, who is a fucking. I can't say it.
Is it a cunt? Is the judge a cunt?
Can a cunt have a dick?
I guess in this scenario, it can.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the worst, in my experience, and I've been before a lot of judges.
Wow.
I had a fucking judge, and I can talk about this. A fucking judge, a judge in criminal court, who holds the keys, right? He can throw you up and lock you away. He fucking told me, and this is just a hearing. This is just a pre-hearing. It's just to say, what's your name? He goes, you don't have a right to pretend to hit your daughter. What do you fucking think this is? I most certainly have a right to pretend to hit my daughter. I can pretend to kill my daughter. I can pretend to wipe out the entire human race.
I mean, you could in a movie.
Isn't it? Isn't it? If you say the word pretend, I can pretend to do whatever I want. The fuck are you talking about?
So are you and Grace
wearing robes?
So are you and Grace gonna film a horror movies? I mean, if you filmed a horror movie with Grace and where you like jokingly tortured her and stuff.
It's called
It's fine.
It's called Thorp Tube.
But the point is that applies to anything. If you say you think I'm pretending to do something and you're offended by it, you can suck my fucking dick. I don't care, and neither does the Constitution of the United States of America, right? I don't like what you're pretending to do. Fuck you, judge.
Yeah,
am I right? Do you not understand that? I don't have to write, this is a horror movie. If you think I'm pretending to do something, then you have nothing to say to me as a judge.
All right.
Unless I'm actually doing something. But if I'm pretending to do something, right?
Right. Okay. So that judge gave you a harsh time, and the recent judge also gave you a bad time, right?
Unbelievable.
Like he was screaming at you?
I can't talk about it because he had judged the case, and this was his first, because the old judge retired. So this guy had never seen it. He had thoroughly, obviously, emotionally judged this case, which has dragged on for 25 months, within 5 minutes. And I told him that.
Wow.
And it's true. It's in the transcript. So there's going to be a definite, well, I can't say let me say that really works for you. When a judge obviously shows that he's judged the case without seeing any evidence, do you know what that, I'm not going to say, but you know what that means you got on your hands? It's very good for a defendant.
You think you're going to be able to appeal it?
No, it's much more. It's
he didn't make an official judgment, is what my dad is saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like he showed clear and obvious like
bias
to the degree you couldn't even imagine. Like he already said what should happen and how dare I say something else should happen without seeing one piece of evidence. So anyway,
so did he
that's great because can I give you a piece of advice if you're ever in this situation, or anyone out there? Always exercise your right to a trial. Always exercise your right to a trial. Do not plea deal. Do not do hearings. Just say, I want a trial.
So what do you say was a miscarriage of justice?
And represent yourself. That's my plea. And you know what? Can I tell you something really interesting? This is actually really true. I'm not trying to take over.
No, it's fine.
Do you know the best lawyer out there?
Who?
Grok. All being a lawyer is filing motions. And Grok, if you put in something, will write better motions than 90% of lawyers. You know what I'm saying?
So why are people hiring lawyers if you can just go up to Grok?
They don't know about it.
And they don't know how to file motions.
They don't understand that all you do in court is file motions and have the judge, deal with that's all court. The legal thing is a fake. It's a psyop. But I get that judges also want you to be an ass-kissing lawyer who's part of the, the mafia that everyone gets paid here. But if you have a good motion and you stand up and you say, I want a trial, I don't want to do your little fucking deals. Right. They're fucked. I literally fucked him in the ass. Not literally. But I fucked that judge in his fucking ass.
But would you literally?
I filed a motion like when he wasn't looking, and then he had to deal with it, and it actually changed the entire course of the thing. And I knew to do that, and that's because I've been through it. It's
like you're onto something. It sounds like you're onto something, Ben. You might be a revolutionary on this, ahead of the curve.
You never talk to anyone when it's not on the mic. Don't go up to there and say, let's have a conference. You just say, nope, it's all going to be on the mic, because then it's on a transcript, and then he has to follow the law. When you go, oh, let's have a little chat, they can say whatever they want, and then say you said something that you didn't say.
So do you feel like
never
Grok,
again?
Do you feel like Grok helped you with your current case?
Absolutely. Well, no. So I didn't have Grok there because but we just did it on paper. When we came back, and I was like, Grace, I need to process. That sucked so much. And she's like, well, wait a second. Let me show you something. Look at what Grok did. And I was like, holy shit. That's like, and Grok came up with shit that was in addition to what she put in there. That's beautiful.
Hey, Grace, you might be an attorney there. Or you ever considered a practice? Well,
she's an 11th grade. 11th grade high school diploma in Grok. You're fucking Dershowitz level. You know what I mean?
So attorneys need to watch out. AI is going to take their job.
You know what we're coming for next? We're coming for that cocksucker Daniel Keem. Because we got Grok.
You got Grok.
We gonna kill it.
Man, you're unstoppable with that Grok, man. That Grok is revolutionary. It's a game changer.
We gotta save money for we gotta. It is. It really is. I know that you're sort of like probably winking to yourself, like this guy's an idiot.
No, man. I think this is great. I think you are a revolutionary, man. You're ahead of the curve,
right? I mean, everyone says AI is going to replace a lot of people. I've been in courts now many times. These lawyers just sit around and charge you money for sitting around, waiting to say something that anyone could say. But they have this thing, they file motions. It's all just a formula, and AI can replicate it better than they can do it typing it.
Now the only problem
use AI.
Now the only problem is
unless you have like a really creative situation. Grok can do 99% of it. OJ trying to say like, actually, we're gonna blame like racism for this. Okay, Grok won't be able to come up with that. You need a Jew for that. But like other than that, only a Jew could possibly like say like, let's put LA on trial.
right
on trial.
Right.
Okay, Grok's not going to come up with that one, but anything short of that.
Well, and Grok is still in development, so maybe a later version can. You know, I heard there's a super Grok in development. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the legal Grok. I'm sure there already is one, but.
Well, let me ask you. Well, would a court allow you to bring your laptop in or use a cell phone to have Grok represent you there?
You know,
like the actual voice.
Yeah.
Attorney Grok will be representing me.
Yeah.
No, you know what's weird though is that the attorneys are allowed to use their phones and stuff in the courtroom, even though you're not supposed to, like to text and look up stuff. He's a pro se attorney, which you should get the same respect as the attorneys. Technically speaking, under American law, you're just as much an attorney as anybody else. And yet, you know, they don't let him bring a laptop.
Hey, Grace.
That stuff.
Yeah. Ben wants to hear you.
Ben, they're not allowing you to bring your phone in there and you're representing yourself?
They let you bring your phone in, but here's the thing about it, right? If you're going to let people bring phones in, you're letting recording devices in. But they say you can't record it. So that you have to buy their transcript. And guess what their transcript is? It's the recording run through, what do you call that kind of software?
Text to speech?
Transcript software.
Transcript.
And they charge you $100 for it.
No, $100 for what's yours. It's like your case. You should be able to get it for free, you think, right?
You should be able to get it for free, or you could bring your own recording device in. Why do we have to be afraid of recording devices when you have microphones and then they're available to anyone?
It's the Jews, man. The Jews want to make as much money as they can from the courts.
Not in Rhode Island. The Jews all become lawyers in Boston and New York.
Oh, okay.
The WAPs.
So who's running it in Rhode Island? The WAPs.
The Portuguese run it in Rhode Island, and they're low-level, stupid morons. Meatball eaters.
It is the Italians.
The Jews are all making money in New York City and Boston. They're making real money. These people in Rhode Island, I mean, we have a brain drain. Anyone with a brain in Rhode Island.
Now I understand what you're dealing with.
Go to Boston or New York, right?
So you're dealing with attorneys in Rhode Island, which are pretty much like WAPs. So like Grok would be better than them. Absolutely.
I had a judge. Oh, she sat there. She was looked like a literal meatball. She looked like Jabba the Hutt with the. She's like 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide. She was eating in court during cases in which people's lives are being changed, like divorces.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, filling her fat fucking face
like the
entire time.
The indecency,
and then she would take a personal phone call. It's an abomination. It's
embarrassing.
Absolutely, it is. The indecency, man. She was stuffing her face with what? A meatball sub?
Whatever. It was constant. She wouldn't stop eating.
That the heifer couldn't stop eating stuff in her mouth.
I don't know if you've ever been to like family court and stuff. There are times when there's a full docket, but a lot of times it's like they do an hour of work.
They really do.
They've got all the bailiffs, all the fucking nonsense.
I've been in family court many times.
Especially on a Friday. They're out of there in an hour, if that.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing going on,
Yeah. I mean, I've been in family court many times as a CPS worker back when I used to do that. And it's a lot of boring stuff. Like they take forever to do anything. It's like you get there at like 9 or actually 8, but like the judge isn't even there until like 9, and it's like and then they do the docket, and then they take a break, and then they take more time off. It's like
someone's gonna have a conference, and then we ask some attorney that sucks your dick, like, how's your wife and kids? Like, get the fuck out of here.
I say get a priest in there, and that way it counts as mass as well, because you're sitting there. What else are you doing? You might as well make it both, because I'm sitting in these uncomfortable
it feels
chairs.
Like mass. I feel like kneeling down to these guys, like kneeling before the Blessed Sacrament, because that's what they think they are. They think they're God Almighty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until you hit them with the law, and then they have to like pretend.
That's right, the Grok law.
That's what we're doing here.
So the judge was yelling at you, but you're not allowed to say on those particular details. You're not allowed to talk about, right?
I don't know exactly. With these people, is this America? I thought it was. Why can't I talk about whatever I want to talk about?
Right, First Amendment right.
Well, they say you can't, but do they explain what it means? No, it's just some vague thing. Don't talk about any of these proceedings. Well, these proceedings have been going on for almost more than 2 years now. I'm not supposed to talk about something that's going on, and someone who has been part of my life for 23 years, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Okay. And I'm a media figure. Okay, take me to jail,
Okay.
It's crazy. So why can't I? Well, I might not want to, but why can't I talk about whatever I want to talk about?
Right. I mean, this is America. At least I thought anyway, right? It's not
you
communist China.
From Texas. Yeah, you can get a transcript of the hearing. You could have been at the hearing. So why can't I talk about it? I don't get it.
Well, they're trying to put you down, Ben.
Kill me then.
They're trying to muzzle you. They're trying to muzzle you like a dog is what they're doing.
That's right. Because I'm not playing their game. I would rather have, instead of the legal mafia, I'd rather the actual mafia just put a gun to my head and say, like, give me all your fucking money or I'm going to kill you. At least that's honest.
I mean, that's what the government's doing right here, right? They're saying, give all your money to Courtney, otherwise we'll kill you. Well, maybe not kill you.
No. The legal system, it doesn't do that. It says, give all your money to lawyers. Both of you give all of your money to lawyers. And if you don't have any money, bend over and get fucked in the asshole.
That's the truth.
Figure out how to get the money to give them. So,
because the attorneys are the ones who's going to be winning.
It's actually not the whole whiner like dad thing. Part of it, but it's like everyone gets fucked. And their point, and I actually agree with them, is don't marry a stupid bitch. Don't marry one.
Yeah, that's good advice, huh? Don't marry a stupid bitch. So you should screen them before.
How court generally court works is like, hey, you want to come here to court? You're both getting fucked. So figure it out on your way to court. Well, and I kind of agree with that too.
But it sounds like you're smart on this one. You're not hiring a lawyer. You got Grok, so you don't have to worry about that.
Exactly. I got Grok, so not only is it free, but it's content. And you know what I mean? Like for me, there's no disincentive.
So you don't have to pay an attorney.
I can do this trial for years.
Can I say her name? Am I allowed to say her name with you on here? Is she like Voldemort to me now?
See? That's how they got you thinking. You're not an American. That's how they got you thinking. That's how they all want us thinking. Fuck these people.
Well, we'll just call her. Can I say? I don't know. Your ex. Can I say that? I mean, she's not really your ex.
Well, that's actually technically not true. It depends what you mean.
How about the C word?
About the C word, cunt?
Grace's mother. Okay. How about that?
Grace's mother. That works.
You can call her by her name. I can call her by her name. I guess. I suppose I should check with a lawyer. Let's do Grok and see.
Let's check with Grok.
Run it by Grok and see if we can.
I'm not supposed to say anything disparaging, but I don't know if the tone of my voice is disparaging whether I go to jail or not. So,
I mean, Grace's mother might just say the way you look is disparaging, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. What is the term pig fucker disparaging?
No, if it's technically true.
Pig fucker?
I mean, did she ever fuck a pig? I don't know if she did or not. I mean, Ben, I don't know if you fucked a pig or not. You could be a pig fucker. I don't know. Right?
True.
Right.
Is it disparaging? I don't know.
Right. So what if
it's accurate?
So 2 things. Grace, ask Grok what we can talk about, and let's let that attorney really judge this. Okay? The other thing is, it sounds like Grace's mom is really the one who's going to lose here because she has to pay the attorney.
No. She gets you know, when the woman starts the whole thing, she says, "Oh, I got abused," right? And boom, free attorney.
So she's not going to. She gets a free one. So she's going to be winning in this.
So the Thorps are costing the state of Rhode Island like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So when every time I go, you know what I say? I'm not like, hey, I'm going to fuck you over. I say, just drop the whole fucking thing. It doesn't make any sense. People don't need to get divorced. Whatever. Divorced? What are you going to get remarried? Have you looked in the fucking mirror?
Where's your soundboard for that one? That would have been great. Boom.
There it is.
Okay. So
I'm not getting remarried. Are you kidding me? I'm going to do this again?
Yeah, right? So would you say Grace's mother is winning here?
I wouldn't. I can't really go into many details, but at this point, I think you would have to recognize that what can be taken from me has been taken from me. So I'm in a position of really nothing to lose and everything to gain. I think even at your like most harsh moments, you'd say like, well, that's kind of true. Like, what can this guy lose at this point? He's been homeless for 19 months. His reputation has been destroyed. His career has been attacked. He's been in jail several times. He has I think I have a criminal record. My career, I cannot engage in any career for which I've been prepared, having a master's degree in theology. My kids are thoroughly alienated from me by this whole thing, including this fuckface over here, who I can say that about till she decides.
Hey, Grace, don't take that from your dad. You're not a fuckface. Unless it's true.
Restraining order.
Are you a fuckface, Grace?
It's true. Fuckface.
I am a fuckface.
Well, Grace, why are you a fuckface?
About your revelations. I'm gonna have a smoke.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us. It really is me.
Go enjoy smoke.
You know, Mr. Deadman.
But Grace, how are you a fuckface?
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay, so I basically think that the reason, I mean, you would say like we're like Ruby calls us horror cows, right? Like there's obviously been a lot of dysfunction, right?
Right.
You say? I would say the reason that he considers me a fuckface and I consider myself a fuckface is because that dysfunction came from a seething hatred I had for God, and I'm still struggling with that. And so that he gets very frustrated because what does my hatred of God have to do with him or our life?
Right. So
yeah. So I would say that's fuckface behavior.
So it's fuckface behavior to hate God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Chat, do you guys agree? I'm gonna ask him. But yeah, I think I could see that. Fuckface behavior to hate God. Okay.
I could see that, yeah.
But why do you hate God?
I hate God because I'm really angry about how my life has gone. Even though I know that you're not really supposed to be mad at God. Like not only you're not supposed to be mad at God, but like if you take it seriously, like he is the creator, so you really shouldn't be mad at him. Like, that doesn't make any sense, and it's an offense. You know what I mean? Like, you might go to hell for doing that. So I know it's wrong, but I have a hard time not being mad at him, which, you know. I'm mad at him for giving me a mom who didn't really love me. Mad at him for the restaurant. Mad at him for not having a normal childhood. Mad at him for you know, my mom giving me this anxiety and guilt and stress. Mad at him for not having my dad protect me from my mom abusing me as a child. Blah blah blah. The list goes on. We could all complain to God about various things.
Right. But I hear you. It sounds like there's a laundry list of complaints and things where you're like, God, why? Why would you let this happen? Why would you allow this?
And yet I'm a perfectly healthy 22-year-old woman of decent looks with plenty of money and sleeping arrangements and food in my mouth, and I'm ungrateful. And so that's, I think that's fuckface behavior. And then, you know, because I'm angry, that anger boils over, and then me and my dad's life gets fucked up when I do stupid things like crashing into a gas station.
You
and costing us $31,000 on our insurance, which led to us losing insurance. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Was this a long time ago or something, or was it recent?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but the insurance company recently covered it. And, well, I mean, not plenty of money, but like, I'm not in Africa, you know, I'm not fucking poor, Mariano. So, I mean, I'm poor, but like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not
even
starving.
I'm kind of reading my chat, but I'm kind of just engaging in this conversation here. But yeah, Chad, if there's anything you want me to ask, feel free to. But like, so, but do you feel, okay, when you think about like why God has done this or allowed this to happen, like, what do you think of it? Like, is it like maybe a series of trials for you to test you?
I mean, basically, I would say, like, if I wasn't such a fucking angry cunt, that, like, all of this could have been a way to, like, get set up to be, like, to have, like, a really close friendship with my dad. I know, har, but, like, going through all this together could have potentially made us really close friends, and we are sort of trauma bonded for better or for worse. But if I wasn't angry, I would say, like, that would be sort of, like, a really great relationship that I could have been really grateful for, and also I could be close to God because he was there with me while those difficult things were happening. But instead, I decided to get angry. And so I made my life even more of a hell. Made it worse.
So, in what ways, if you could change anything, like what would you change?
I would go back to 2018. And I would tell myself that, what would I change? That's a good question. I would go back to 2018 and I would say, please don't take your dad for granted, and don't let your anger get the better of you, because you know it's not right to be angry. And hope that I listened to myself. How do you even crash into a gas station? You know, it was right after I got hired for Lol Cow Queens, and I was driving like an idiot in the RV, and I pulled into a gas station, and I parked, and I went out, and I got some food, and I came, and then I walked out of the gas station, and I got back into the RV, and I backed up, and it's literally never happened before. I've never gotten in a crash before, but I backed up way too quick. And I hit one of the pumps, and like nothing really happened. The guy fucking milked the insurance. Like you know how on a gas pump there's like you press like unleaded, leaded, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So there's like a little panel underneath it that's like a metal panel that clicks in that holds.
Yeah.
It's just a sheet of metal. Anyways, it fell off. Nothing else happened. It's not like it went careening and smashing over.
Right.
It probably, and you know, the guy who originally reached out to me about it, he was like, okay, probably like $5,000, and I was like, okay, here's our insurance. And then it turns out it's $31,000 because he fucking lied to them or whatever. So,
okay.
Anyways, it was stupid. It was really, really stupid. But
and I hear that. I'm not too worried about that. The accidents happen. It's silly sometimes, right? But you said something earlier about like, do you feel like you don't have a right to be angry?
I don't think I have a right to be angry at God. Who has a right? Nobody has a right to be angry at God.
Well, I hear you on that. But with the anger, like, what does that mean when someone's angry? When you're angry because of what?
When you're angry, you feel like somebody did you wrong and they owe you to make it right.
Right. And maybe you're not happy with your situation. Maybe you want things to change and stuff. You know? Like maybe let me make a guess here and correct me if I'm wrong.
But how does being angry help? Who should I be angry at? Who should I be angry at?
Anger's one of the first steps though. If you're angry, and let's say you're angry at God, but God, you can be angry at God all you want, but that's not going to change things, right? You could be like, God, F you, but he's not going to be like, okay, all right, I'm going to change things for you. No, you got to work it out yourself, right?
Well, no, if you're angry at God, then like you can say God F you, but like that doesn't really get rid of the anger.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You can kill yourself. You can kill yourself. That's a way of saying fuck you. I don't want to participate in what you said I have to participate in. It's not fair. Fuck it.
What I'm saying is directing
that's what a lot of people effectively do with their lives. They just say, I'm not doing it because I think I'm a victim.
The anger,
I'd say do it.
The anger is important to ask yourself, like, why are you angry? And the components of that why, you could explore that a little bit more and be like, okay, what does this mean for me? You know, and kind of like explore that internally, you know? And then maybe you can, like, I would say, maybe like accept Jesus. Like, do you accept Jesus? I assume you guys do.
I don't know what I'm not sure what that means. I'm a Catholic. Do I accept Jesus? Like, what does that mean? Do I accept him that he existed?
That he existed. He died for your sins. All that stuff.
And then I'll let you guys go. Can I just take a minute and just like this is something interesting. You know a little bit about serial killers, right? Like everyone knows a little, but you're into horror and stuff. Yeah. Okay, so you must be familiar with BTK, right?
Oh yeah,
BTK was one of the worst.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Some of these people, like, they wanted to fuck around with the body and jerk off on it, but like this guy wanted to bind, torture, and kill. He named himself BTK.
Yeah.
Right? Now, his worst attack was to the Otero family. I don't know if you know that, right? So there was a wife, a husband, teenage daughter, and a little boy. He killed all of them in front of all of the other ones, except the daughter. And so, by like half strangling them, then letting them breathe, and then half strangling the other one, right? And fucking up because he's an idiot as well as being a bitch and a horrendous person. Then he takes the daughter at last downstairs, hangs her by her neck, and jerks off on her as she's dying of asphyxiation, right? An 11-year-old girl. Okay. That's about as, like, Ramirez looks like Jesus compared to that, right? Now, he didn't realize there was a fifth Otero, and it was the son who had gone to school early for some random reason. He comes home and sees his mother and father with, like, strangled to death, right? And immediately he runs over. The cops came there. Thank God he didn't have to see his younger brother and his fucking sister with jizz all over her, dead, hanging from a fucking rafter in the basement, right?
Right.
Because God spared him of that. Okay, now you can say if someone's got a reason, and then afterwards he was very angry, got into drugs and alcohol, and it's a really interesting story what happened because he was planning to take vengeance. You could say murder, but it's not murder if he was going to shank him in the courtroom. And by it's something close to a miracle, he didn't. And he is now, okay. But if there's anyone who has a beef with God, it'd be that guy, right? He loved his family. He was an A+ student.
Right.
Agreed?
I mean, yeah, that's a crazy picture there. But yeah, okay, I see what you mean there. Like he would have a reason to hate God.
You can have a beef with God. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, and that's what we're trying to say here is that you can be in a scenario where you might be upset with your life and the situations, and maybe you direct that at God, but you know that's not really going to help you.
Be mad at BTK? He didn't know who he was.
Right. But
it was like 30 years later, and they finally caught him, and they're like, "This guy was just a little dweeb, little fucking church mouse asshole." Right.
But I think both you guys would y'all agree that like y'all are angry with the situation, right? Or would you say? Well, I know, Ben, you don't like the term being angry at the situation. You know, I know you got to be angry at someone. But the situation that you guys are in right now,
You can be frustrated at a situation, angry at a person. I think that's accurate.
Yeah. So
you can say, you fucking, stone that I tripped on. You could go, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit stone. But it doesn't really make sense.
So,
or God damn you. Like a stone's going to go to hell.
All right. So y'all's situation right now, you guys would admit it. I mean, how would y'all rank it on a scale between 1 and 10? 1 being an absolute shit, 10 being the best thing ever.
Best thing ever.
It is a 10? 10 out of 10? Best thing ever? No.
I believe whatever parts of it, like as a Christian, you have to believe that whatever parts of it you don't understand right now are being done for your good. So I'm not saying I see how that is.
So you would rate your situation a 10 out of 10? For real?
I think everyone has to rate their situation 10 out of 10.
But why?
The Gazans have to rate their situation a 10 out of 10 if they're believers. But if you're not a believer, then actually, I don't know what would make sense.
But
he did say that our life has been...
Jesus on the cross would have to rank it a 10 out of 10, right?
I mean, Grace's mom is taking y'all to court and really going hard on you guys. Is that a 10 out of 10 scenario?
I think in some way it has to be, right?
Yeah, but he's saying
it's actually really not very...
Is that the best thing ever? Is that the best experience ever?
It depends what you mean. Like, so if like I break, I got a neck injury like from driving. It was constant, 24 hours a day.
Right.
That's suffering. I'm not going to sit here and say like that feels really good. That's a pleasure of all pleasures. But still, like, it's got to be a 10 out of 10 because it came from the hand of my heavenly Father. So.
Okay, but Devin, what you're asking is like, what is our situation compared to like what it theoretically could be, right? Isn't that, you understand that's what he's asking?
Right. I mean,
he's saying like, okay, I understand you're grateful for your situation, but like if you are a 4 out of 10 at cursive and you could be a 10 out of 10, that's what he's saying. Like,
right.
I theoretically,
how would you rank it?
I'm experiencing a lot of pain right now. It's really hot, which I'm not, but it's like really hot. Okay, yeah, I'm not. That doesn't mean, but like it's hot because it's supposed to be hot.
I mean, for example,
heaven is not going to be anything like this.
The courtroom experience that you guys had on Friday, the courtroom experience that you guys had on Friday, I don't think was a. Oh, he's not okay. Oh well, he's okay. But Grace, I think you understood what I was saying there. But I mean, would you rate your situation as a 10 out of 10 being the best thing ever?
I understand, like, mystically you can rate it a 10 out of 10, but I would not say that our day-to-day experience is, like, I guess you could say, like, well, it's the best that it can be. I mean, there are a lot of problems. There's a lot of active problems,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has problems in their life, but, like, what are some things that, like, you wish you could change and like, do better or improve on?
I wish that I wasn't angry all the time so that I wouldn't lash out at my dad, so that he wouldn't get tired, so that we could work together to do things like sell the stuff in the storage unit and, get insurance and, do better streaming, be more consistent, yada, yada, eat healthier, go outside, all of the usual things.
Right. And that's
I do wish that was true. Yeah.
So, like, and out of the things you listed there, what's something that's like the most important to you?
Well, I would say like I would really like to stop being angry, whatever the consequences are.
Okay.
I don't want to be angry
That's
anymore.
big to you. That's important to you.
I think
to stop being angry.
Yeah, I think it's ruining my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, I'm going to take a guess here. You correct me if I'm wrong, but are you angry because there's a lack of control?
I was angry because I felt like God fucked me over. He set me up in a situation where I can't win. I'm too tired. I'm too anxious. I don't really trust my dad because my mom made him seem like he was crazy when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And that causes all these problems, and we can't just be buddies, and then we can't really have a normal, consistent life, and then people say we're crazy, and then so we alienate our audience, and we don't make a lot of money, and yada yada yada. And, it all keeps looping. Or
what I'm hearing there with you saying that God effed you over and taking that to like a higher power, right? What I'm hearing there is I'm sensing that you feel like you may not have control over your life, that you can't control it, and you're wanting Him to do it for you. But what are you doing for yourself?
You mean because I'm asking Him to take the anger away? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it's like you're asking Him, like you're blaming Him for things that happened, but the things that happened because of people in your life and actions and stuff, right? So it's like it's kind of weird to kind of blaming Him is displacing it, I think. Right?
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Obviously, God is eternal being in love. You can't really blame Him.
Yeah, you can't
It doesn't
blame
make
him.
any sense.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't
make sense.
logically can't blame Him, right?
No, you can.
Well, you can, but then you'd kill yourself because you'd say the creator of this universe is unfair and mean to me, and then why would you kill yourself? Why would you keep living?
But there's certain things universe. Like if you're unhappy with the way things are, and it's like, well, what can you do yourself? Like you said, streaming. Grace, you are a great streamer. Like you are really good. Like y'all's IRL stuff when you guys were in LA was so amazing. I'm sure it costs a lot of money.
Thank you.
But that was amazing. Like every time you got on the bicycle riding around, I was like, I hope Grace makes it, man. I don't want her to get hit by a car or anything. Because I'm not an A-log. You know what's interesting? I don't hate you guys like that, okay? I want you to be able to live.
You know what's interesting about those streams? Because I've been both riding the bike and like watching from the
right.
It looks a lot scarier than it is. It's a funny thing about IRL that's actually makes it easy if you're like, say, a single girl walking around. It seems when you're watching it like there could be someone around the corner just like going to stab you, or it's a worse neighborhood. It adds like intrinsically to the. And if you were there, you'd be like, "Oh, this is not a really big deal." You know what I mean? It's just a funny psychological factor,
right? Well, I'd like to have this moment because I haven't really seen Grace have this much introspection before on a stream, and it was kind of cool. Thank you, Grace. Thank you about that. Because I do hear that.
Let's talk about Keemstar for a second before you.
That's what we need to.
Drop
let's stop the Dr. Deadman and let's get into something that's fun. Keemstar is a fucking monster. Fire? Can we agree that Keemstar is a monster?
Fire says. Fire says, "Go to a doctor, Grace. State hospital must take you."
You crazy bitch.
You don't want to go to a state hospital.
No. All right.
They're horrible.
Let's take this Mike situation, right? Now, you're down in Texas. He's in South Carolina. We're in Rhode Island. The South has different laws for DV. Up here, it's fucking nuts. The standard. You know what I just did right here?
That's
battery in the state of Rhode Island. Unwanted touching. I didn't ask her consent. I touched her. Those people over there can arrest me. I've done it in front of them, and they're like, "Don't do that," because technically you just broke the law. Now, here's the thing: Mike and Bridget are both liars. They're also, and I know you're a little bit pudgy, but like you're not a fat person. But like no one cares about the sexual lives or violence.
Send this to Grace Deadman. I'm only joking. Buy some cigars.
There should be a court for fat people, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like no one cares. They're like garbage people. Obviously, you look at them and you go, "This person is garbage."
A fat people
what
court.
Is even the point?
A garbage court.
Yeah,
I like that.
Fat people court, and you just torture them by like putting like Twinkies in front of them because they're checked out. They're not even trying. This guy Mike his belly has a belly.
Yeah, the hernia.
It's fully herniated. Yeah.
Yeah. Rumor has it that's his penis.
Disgusting.
That's his penis now. He used that. Okay.
Right. And his wife is a pig. Okay. And I'm allowed to say that so far. Although some people on the internet like Carlin Barshenkio have said, like, I'm not allowed to say certain things on the internet because they consider it cyber terrorism. But anyways, no one cares.
I think you can say Bridget is a pig. That's fine. And we can say whatever you want.
Fucking pigs. Right. And they're also, everyone knows they're just liars, right? I mean, all they do on the internet is lie.
Like, are they really getting a divorce, or is that played up?
Who knows, right? That's all they do is lie all the time. So then you go, whoa, let's listen to the phone call. Well, who fucking cares? You're a liar. Why should anyone care what a liar says about anything?
Well,
ever?
That phone call, I don't think she was lying in that phone call. The 911 call?
Well, here's the thing. She says she was lying in that phone call. But of course, here's an interesting statement. If you say, I am a liar, I lied. Do you understand like how bizarre of a statement that is? Because you're saying it is true that I am a liar.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. You can't actually make that make sense. If you say,
because it's like, what can I trust you with? Like, if you say you're a liar, then where's the lie? Where's the truth? Right.
You're not credible at that point. Now, you can suss out from bad liars, which they are. They're bad actors, bad liars, ugly people, bad parents, horrendous entertainers, terrible streamers. Okay. But the bad liar part, what's interesting is she says, I was punched 5 times by my husband.
Right.
Something like 5 times. Okay. Something like is interesting because that means not
she was hit 5 times. She says she saw lights, but she says she's not really injured.
No, she says punched. My husband punched me in the face 5 times. Okay. And she saw lights. Now, the saw lights thing is interesting because a slap, you can see lights. But it would be a hard slap. A punch, certainly you can. But have you ever had that experience? I'm sure you have. You've been punched, right?
Well, yeah, I was slapped in the face several times when I used to work at a psych facility. But like, they were like adolescents, so like you barely even felt it. So,
okay, yeah, I was punched by my neighbor Jacinda. Anyway,
did you see lights?
I didn't see lights. I didn't see lights, but I know what that is. I don't know, whatever. Just growing up with 3 brothers, I've seen lights, but then I've been passed out before too.
That's you got brothers. That's right. You have brothers.
Yeah, I have 3 brothers.
Oh, forget about that.
We were in an Irish Catholic neighborhood, and it was tough. We played tackle football on like rock-strewn fields with no gear at all.
Y'all still communicate?
No one in my family communicates with me, other than Grace.
Okay.
But my other kids will if I reach out first. But you know what parental alienation? You must know this from being a CPS worker. You make it so kids don't want to because it's not worth the shit storm they get of like judgment. So, anyways, that's that situation. But I'm not supposed to talk about it. But
wow. Okay.
So, anyways, back to this situation. Okay, so she says 5. Okay, then later she says, no, he didn't do any. Okay, but she says even when he calls her, this is now months later, this is July, okay? Her story is he was throwing furniture around. Okay, well, throwing furniture around is assault in the sense that assault means causing fear. At least, right? Assault is not the punching, it's the causing of the fear.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing furniture around is like already a DV, or at least this is domestic violence, whether it's prosecutable or not. She admits that, and she says, I was scared. So I left and called. Okay, and that's where because she's not that good of an actress, right? That's where the crying comes from, and there's a genuine sort of like, what the fuck, right? Okay, but then they go there, right? And then they go to him, they go there and they see marks on the left side of her face.
Yeah, slaps. Yeah, or like red marks.
Now that's either slaps or punches. But if it's leaving marks, it's you got slapped at least.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing: months later, she knows that's in the report, and she doesn't go. First of all, I wouldn't mention the throwing of the furniture. Why mention that if you're trying to cover up, right?
Right.
Secondly, say you slapped yourself because you wanted to hurt him. She hasn't come up with that in all these months. How stupid are these people?
Bro, that would have been a good cover,
I slapped myself.
She could have been like, I slapped myself, Keem. Yeah.
I just do that all the time.
They don't.
Or I put on some rouge, like Amber Heard. I put on some rouge, and they thought it was red. He called her. She didn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
They've never figured out how to come up with a story that gets them off.
So that's why they're bad liars. Absolutely.
The other report, the cop goes, first he was like, arrest me, I hit her 50. Then he comes down to like, I slapped her twice. Okay, now that approximately twice. My guess is, everyone says approximately twice. It probably means 3-4 times.
Exactly. Everyone downplays it when they talk to the cops or talk to anyone. How many drinks have you had?
They're the culprit. They upplay it if they're playing the victim, which she was doing.
Exactly.
Okay,
100%.
So it's probably between 2 slaps and 5 punches.
Yeah.
I would say it's not either of those, but it may have been,
But you would say,
slaps,
you would say it sounds like there was punches. A DV situation definitely happening there, and they probably were trying to lie to cover it up.
Well, here's the thing. Like, these two morons, okay, don't look, you're getting divorced. First of all, what are you doing together if you're getting divorced? People who are getting divorced
aren't
keep
living
away
together.
from each other.
Yeah.
Or
what are you doing?
Together,
Let's get drunk together. We're getting divorced. What the fuck are you talking about?
And they're still fucking?
Like, you're crazy.
They're still fucking and fucking other people? Yeah.
Well, whatever. And then they're getting divorced. But they're getting together, getting drunk, which he says he doesn't really ever do. And I believe he's not a big drinker. Okay. Then they're talking about their sex lives together, which at this point shouldn't really matter, honestly, because number one, they're fat. Who fucking cares what a fat person fucks or who fucks a fat person? It's like you being concerned about your pig in the fucking pigsty. No one fucking cares. Do you know who could sue them? Do you know who hit on them? This bitch right here. They trafficked her to try to have sex with her. Okay. Like, really? No, but like,
Grace,
gross, right?
Grace.
She would, even if she could get millions from them, it wouldn't be worth it to say, I actually was humiliated enough to actually be what's the word? Solicited by these fat pigs.
Right.
No,
Grace, get Grok on the line. Grace, hit up Grok. Ask Attorney Grok what you can do in that situation. Come on.
You could say I sucked my dad's cock 6 ways from Sunday since I was 3 years old, and it's still better than having sex with a fat fuck like that.
Right. Okay. Now, did you see how Keemstar tried to cover it all up?
He did a terrible job.
Yeah.
He's so bad at it that it's actually funny. That's why he's a lol cow. He said, I lied to the police in Texas. And you can lie to the police till the cows come home. Yep. That's not true.
He said it's legal to lie to the police.
That's not true. It is a crime to provide false information to the police.
Yeah.
It could be a serious crime if it's a serious investigation. It is certainly a crime. How could you be a human being in his 40s who owns a company and has employees and not understand that? How could you possibly think that's true? Now, Deadman,
that's part of the reason why he's covering this up,
on our train stream. You said that you didn't realize that trains actually transport human beings.
Well, I didn't. I never really rode on a train before. I didn't know if they still work like that.
I know. It was funny. I was like, he doesn't realize that trains can transport human beings.
Classic.
But okay.
Movement.
But you're not
because I don't go on a train.
A world traveler. Okay.
Yeah.
But I would say
because here in America, most people are driving in cars or using planes or whatever. A train is like a last resort.
I get it. We had really never been on a train. It's really fun though. It is really fun. You should do it if you can. But it's the problem is it's more expensive than a plane and it takes longer.
Yeah, I saw that food. That food is jacked up in price, man. They jacked up that food in price hardcore with you guys.
It wasn't too bad. The problem is we had this black family behind us with 4 kids, and they were antsy and doing their fucking phone. But hey, I see a black father disciplining his kids. I'm happy, because you never see that. Never see that.
The fact that they had a father was great. Okay.
Yeah.
A good family.
Right.
Hopefully,
I agree. So,
well.
like, but 30 hours in, you start losing your enthusiasm for like the black family, and you just wish they would be fucking white. You know what I mean?
Whoa. Well, I mean,
act white. Let's get some Oreos on board. Next stop. How about
okay?
Well,
you know what I mean?
When they wake you up with like a TikTok just on loop at 100%,
and no one wants to say
and
because the rest of the people are white. No one wants to say, "Hey, stop it!" Right?
Hey, Grace, are white people better?
They're quieter.
They're quieter.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But are white people better than everyone else?
At being quiet, yes.
Okay.
At being being passengers, co-passengers on a train.
Asians are best, but
oh, for sure, they don't talk at all. I mean, they might grope you in the train, but that's
Yeah,
like the
like
Japanese
that
experience there, though. Okay.
And then can we get back to it?
Okay.
All right. So
you're talking about Keemstar.
Like common sense would tell you it's between 2 slaps, and it's not 2 slaps, and 5 punches, and it's not 5 punches. 5 punches to the chin of a big guy who's trying to inflict pain. You're gonna cut. You're gonna lacerate. Okay, so it's somewhere in between. And who the fuck cares if some fat bitch got slapped because she's a whore? Like, who cares? And she probably slapped him back. Who cares? You're getting divorced. Walk away. What are you calling the cops for? It never benefits anyone to bring the cops in. And the cops don't want to go see a fat whore lolling around in the middle of like whatever butt fuck South Carolina and try to ask her what happened to her and whether her pussy is filled with like this semen or that semen. It's disgusting. Am I right? Let alone Mike.
Well,
you could just walk away. He can barely walk. Like, it's not like he's
right.
Fucking Uber.
Get
out of there and go, yeah, maybe divorced people shouldn't get drunk together and then start talking about their sex lives. Ever. Even with each other. It's disgusting.
All right. So she definitely is fat and she is a hoe for show. Okay. Yeah. But like, does that mean she deserves to get hit?
Well, she hit him. He hit you. Are you not familiar with trash? You live in Texas. There's trash there.
I know how that is. I know.
If you don't want to be with this guy, you're getting divorced from him. Why are you getting drunk with this person? Why?
That is a good question.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you should get hit. Both of you should get hit. You both should get a baseball bat to your fat fucking heads. We'll play whack-a-mole on your heads until your heads go into your fat folds. And it's over because that seems to be the only thing that makes any sense with you people.
Is that
if you're getting divorced? I got to give Grace's mother credit. At least she knows how to get divorced. She's not saying, hey, let's get drunk together in close quarters when I've accused you of DV. And I go, yeah, let's do that. And let's be 500 fucking pounds while we're at it.
You know what? Okay. So is that going to be the Thorp cop? If you guys were cops, if you were like at the Thorp police force,
that would be good content.
Yeah. Okay. So
you can have a little bit of a spare tire. Okay.
Fat whore.
If you're a fat fuck or you have an open wedding, like nigga, I don't want to hear about it. That's like these. Do you know there are people who are engaged in the act of pornography, filming pornography, who go like, I didn't assent to that. That's rape. Are you kidding me?
Man, the Thorp cops would be crazy, man.
You're a fucking whore.
So imagine if Bridget was calling the Thorp cops. It was like, oh, he hit me a couple of times on all this stuff. Y'all would dispatch a team to go hit them with the bat.
No, I would say. She said, oh, he's coming after me. I would say, keep running, both of you. Keep fucking running until you hit the east. No, until you hit the West Coast. We're gonna make you run to L.A. You fat fucks, and you're not getting any food. That's it. You called us. You want help? That's the help you're getting. We're going to run you two over if you don't run from here to L.A. No food, just water.
Wow.
And we'll film the whole fucking thing. And if you die, you die. But we're not putting up with this. You're not trying anymore.
Now, someone may ask, hey, Ben, this anger you have, are you feeling a certain way about Courtney right now?
You know, a lot of people say that I have like anger issues. I like to express myself. You know what I mean? Does someone say that if like Led Zeppelin is cranking out like a tune, do they go like, dude, you need to take BPD medicine? I mean, can I just be like someone who has, an effusive personality? Isn't that fine?
I mean, it's okay to have anger at times. Yeah, it's okay to be angry.
Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me I'm stupid, fine. But don't tell me, oh, you're on the internet and you're expressing yourself articulately and in a way that's funny. I don't get it. Like, isn't that what we do here?
Mm-hmm.
Other people do other things. I know you're more of a mellow guy, but like, there's a place for people who, get worked up. I don't like Jordan Peterson as a person, but I think him doing his like fucking and the darn gosh, like it's funny. It's good. Good for you.
Yeah, I just see that you're on fire over here and you're very passionate and very angry. And I'm like wondering, like,
I spent the entire day trying to withhold myself from going to jail because of this fuck over here, which has been 7 years.
What's happening today?
Can you imagine living like that?
What's happening between Ben and Grace today?
Oh, we finally got to the bottom of it.
Well, what's the bottom of it?
It's a 7-year temper tantrum, and I get it. Mommy was I can't say it. Mommy was what I'm not supposed to say mommy was. How about that?
Okay,
and
so
I get it.
I'm not
you. Has a temper tantrum when she's 16, and then 17, and then 18, and then 19, and then 20, and then 21, and then 22. But like, God damn it! At a certain point, shut the fuck up, kid.
Right?
A temper tantrum doesn't make any sense. But I get it. How many years do you get? Because mommy was whatever. I agree, but like 7 is about as much as before. Someone's got to go.
Okay, but do you guys experience this like dynamic a lot, right? This tension?
24 hours a day since she was 16 years old. Yes.
So like Ben,
I wouldn't say 24.
Ben,
24 fucking hours a day.
What would you like to see Grace do differently?
It's right there. It's right there. It's right. It's always right there.
What would you like to see Grace do differently?
Stop.
Okay. So stop complaining.
Just
stop whining. Stop being angry. Stop.
Realize this. She doesn't make sense to be angry at God, and it certainly makes no sense to be angry at me. And do you know what projection is? Projection is like, okay, you're doing something and you put it on someone else. Okay. So I asked her today. I said, "Are you a victim?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm a victim of. I got set up for blah blah blah." And I say, well, aren't we all victims? Aren't we all set up? Like, none of us choose our parents, and a lot of us come from situations that are difficult. And she's like, yeah, we all are. We're all victims. Okay, so you stand in solidarity with everyone. She goes, yeah, that's true. And I go, okay, but like, you spend your life on the internet ridiculing people who act like victims all the time and saying they should get their fucking act together, right? Oh, yeah, I guess I do that. But you'd never turn it on yourself, right? So you're a unique victim, right? Oh, I guess I am. Yeah, and there's a lot of good arguments for that. Well, what are they, honey? There are people who have drug addict parents. You don't. There are people who have alcoholic parents. You don't. There are lots of people who have no dad in their life, or some fat loser or some asshole or gay or whatever man that gave birth to them, or a rapist or whatever, right? And you don't have those things. So how are you a unique victim?
How is Grace a unique victim?
You're pretty, you're young, you got out of the situation pretty quickly.
Now, what are some things that it sounds like
donation?
It sounds like Grace.
How are you the biggest victim ever?
It sounds like Grace blames you for some things. What are those things?
No, she doesn't blame me for things, but she's mad at God, but she can't get to God, so she gets to me.
Okay, what is she getting you for?
Projects. She creates an actual victim.
Okay.
She now makes me the. Do you know what? Did you like? I don't want to get into the Jews too much, but like they say, what happened to us in Europe was just random, just because our name ends in Stein, right? Now, anyone who's studied like the dynamics there knows that's not true. There were resentments built up for centuries because of, how shall I say, little money games and little shit that went on all over the place that, yeah, it blew up. But Then they go down to Palestine and they actually run into people who have done nothing to them. The Arabs of Palestine lived in harmony with Jews the entire time they were there. They had nothing to do with the Holocaust. And now the Jews create an actual Holocaust based on just the fact that you are this person. You're a Palestinian. You see what I'm saying? That's what went on here.
Okay. All right. So Grace displays her. Grace projects her anger towards you. Now, how does that manifest? Like, what is she saying?
Conception of being a unique victim, which is bullshit, onto me and makes me actually a unique victim.
Right. And this is something we've heard you say several times. And of course, we see Grace, and we see, I've never actually seen Grace lash at you, Ben. So, like, how does she lash at you? Like, what some things does she do towards you?
Right. But you have a wife, right?
Right.
Okay, so your wife, I know your joke was your wife beat you with a chuckla or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But generally speaking, women don't conk you over the head with a baseball bat. What do? They drive you fucking crazy and play the victim.
So how?
Right, that's what women do. So you haven't seen that?
So what are some ways that this behavior is showing? Like how is she lashing at you?
Look right now. She's got her arms crossed.
And that's disrespectful, right? You see that as disrespectful?
Do I look bored?
Well, I'm just saying those like minor things. People can have their arms crossed or whatever, but like, yeah, basically saying like, I'm a victim of streaming. Daddy wants me to stream because he's using me because I have a pair of tits. Doesn't everyone say that? So where do they get that from? From little fucking fancy little pimple here, princess. She's a whore. Newsflash world, this is a whore.
Okay,
I'm not.
Let me ask. Okay, this question's for the both of you. This question's for both of you, and whoever wants to answer can. So there's been a lot of trials and things.
I try to keep her clothes on her.
Okay,
you see,
there's been a lot of trials in y'all's life, right? A lot of strife, if you will, right? And there's been some failures because of the restaurant, and all that stuff, and all that. Yeah. Do y'all feel like that there is someone like between you two? There could be a legitimate reason for like some animosity to be there, for some like resentment. Yeah.
Oh, sure. You know Jesse Lee Peterson, right? You know of him.
Yeah, I know of him.
So his thing is like, your mother is where the hell comes from, and your father allowed that to happen, and you need to forgive him. Yeah, like I didn't catch it. It's definitely true. I mean, what do you mean? Like I definitely like allowed all these kids to be brought into this family that is a shit show. And I didn't like realize this is a shit show. But as soon as I did, I was like, this sucks.
Like, Ben, do you think Grace blames you for where you guys are currently?
You mean in the studio here?
I mean,
like
after
you're saying in our career.
I mean, like our life.
In your life, not where you are physically.
As of an hour ago, she doesn't any longer blame me, and she never would have she never would have articulated. But then again, neither would her mother have ever, because she knew. In actual fact, if you want to get into it, her mother has never articulated how she's a victim at all. Never one sentence on the internet or in court.
Okay. Well, I mean, let me ask you this.
It says lies, but there's no actual theory.
Right.
It's just like law. Oh, he punched me in the face. Okay, well, that's obviously not true. I can prove that's not true. And really, you should get 20 years in jail for that, because that's a felony to say under oath. Well, I could prove that. I mean, there's footage from that day. There's no anything. Grace was there. She could testify. There was no punching. There was no punch.
Tommy and John were all
I couldn't see my kids for 2 years because of that.
All right. So what I'm hearing here is that Grace blames you when she's really blaming God, but she projects that anger towards you, and this is a tension that's been going on for a long time.
No, I don't think she blames
I don't blame him so much as I'm angry, and
I don't have anywhere else to let the anger out.
I don't have anywhere else to let the anger out. Yeah.
You ever be in a situation where you're just angry and you just like break something, and it's not about the thing, right? It's just what was close at hand when you got frustrated. That's what it is.
Right. Like when I broke my Xbox controller because some 13-year-old kept killing me in Halo. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying there. But
and the irony is, because people like deplatform us, we're forced together, and then like we're forced into smaller and smaller compartments until we're living in the back of an RV, which doesn't make it easier to live with someone, right? Facts. And these people think they're helping us out by shunning us and isolating us from everything else. So that's why we're glad to be here, even though you were our.
You're my second choice. Honestly, should have been the first choice. I think I'm asking like legit good questions here, open questions, really trying to explore you guys. Yeah.
I think so.
I know there's a lot of baggage with you guys. Of course, we all know what that baggage is, you know.
Oh, here's another thing, Mr. Deadman. I think you're great at this. My son, John Thorp, is right here in chat. We can leave, and you would do a great interview with him. And also this pig fucker, Snail, the most disgusting, sexually obsessed monster of a human being I've ever encountered, is welcome. She loves to come up here and talk shit. And it might be interesting because, you know, I think you're interesting because you're actually obviously just in it for the laughs. The malice is like not really the thing. And everyone, I think, is aware that like you have an outside job and you have an outside family. So you're just here for kind of shit show. So you might be able to grab like that's
okay. So do you want to open this up to a whole panel? People come on and ask you anything?
To come on, but they generally won't come on. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, let me send the.
I don't feel.
But I would just ask you that you wouldn't let them just talk over us. That's all.
Yeah, I'll try to control that. Yeah. One at a time, people.
I'm not sure everyone thinks Mr. Deadman has a job, but
no, he's in coffee, isn't he? Is that bad to say?
He's in coffee.
Isn't he in the coffee industry?
Is he a barista?
Oh, I've heard him say that. He's.
I ship coffee to people.
He's
I mean, I gotta jump. Guys, if you're liking the stream, if you're watching, press the like button. That helps out a lot. And if you guys want to hop in the VC,
I don't think he wants that to be part of his channel. But like,
I didn't know that at all. I
heard him say that once. He has kids, but he largely keeps them out of it.
No, I believe that. Yeah, no.
And he has a wife, and it's sort of a joke.
PDL has a question for you, Ben. There's a theory that I think this has come from NoFap Gamer, which is great, that you have brainworms.
Yeah, I think that came from a conflation of the idea that I have what's that called? IBS, because I do get like the shit sometimes because my life is crazy. And also the fact that it is true that I had Eastern equine encephalitis, which is a relatively rare disease that comes from mosquitoes when I was like 4 and causes like brain swelling. So I think he put the two together and said I had brainworms.
Okay.
He's crazy, of course.
He's a little out there. I think he has.
He can tell you something else, but
okay. So the brain
dick pic.
So the brainworms aren't controlling you.
I had something called Eastern equine encephalitis, which causes an inflammation of lining around your brain, between your skull and your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And it is often fatal or causes brain damage. But it's untreatable, and so this is where RD, who's an obsessed person who glories in having anal sex with his wife and doing analysis.
We got RZA here.
Causes brain damage, but not this time.
Causes brain damage, but not this time.
Bob Gorka, the postal worker from the UK.
Riz is great. I have a question for Grace.
Who pretended to be a construction supervisor from a wealthy family in the UK. Oh, oops.
Next year, I'm going to pretend
he was the prince of England.
Banker.
Yeah, you should have gone. Right. You didn't fall too far from Grace, but your fantasy self is quite some distance from what we know to be the truth about you, which is that you're a third-rate public worker.
Concrete. Yeah.
All right, Grace. I have a question for you. It's a follow-up on something. I just want to know for sure. There was a stream where you mentioned you were trading nudes for shoes. Is that indeed happening?
Who said that? Literally, I have no idea what people are talking about.
That was clipped out.
I had a chatter who sent me some money for some shoes, but people are claiming I said that. I mean, I don't really.
Maybe
care
because it rhymes. Nude shoes.
Can we just say that the chatter's name is Montario or whatever?
Yeah, it's Montero. Yeah, he sent me $200 to get shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
What a king.
But it wasn't for nudes.
No, it wasn't for nudes. It was you were looking. Okay, here it is. There's a clip. It has your voice. It has your voice. You're like looking at shoes. You're looking at shoes, and you said that like, oh, I get this in exchange for nudes, or no, it was a lewds. You said lewds. So that's what they're asking about.
I mean, I'm sure I made a joke about it. You guys can. I mean, honestly, I should send the guy something.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was just a joke. Gotcha.
No, because I was I was trying to be like nice to him in DMs. I was like, oh my god, thank you.
Hey,
so much.
Rubik's Spacecock is here. Come on up, Ruby.
And then he was like, oh my god, you're making me feel like a.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my god, you're making me feel like a creep. Just pick the fucking shoes and buy them, fucking idiot. And I was like, okay. So I don't think he wants nudes.
I think he wanted the shoes back after you wore them.
I couldn't even say thank you with a heart emoji without him like feeling awkward about it. So I was trying to respect his wishes.
All right, so I think it's coming from this clip right here. If I play this, you guys should be able to hear this. Can you hear this?
I've never bought new shoes before like this. So I mean, I definitely don't like this style. I don't like the red. What do I have to do in return for the shoes? I have to send nudes.
You have to send nudes.
Respond to the allegations. Clearly, that was serious.
I mean,
Well, you did make a deal.
Yeah.
That was a good deal.
Why don't you go in the back and take a really gross, naked picture of yourself? That'll make everyone puke and then send them. And that'll be the end of that allegation.
Yeah. I'm thinking Grace made a good deal. A picture of her tits is definitely not worth a pair of shoes.
Hey, I was surprised by that too. I was like, damn.
It's more than Ruby ever got.
Hey, if I was a chick, dude, I'd be bartering all the time, man. Shit, dude.
If you were a chick, you'd be standing on a pile of shoes.
I would be.
You were a chick. What?
I'd be standing on a pile of shoes that I got for selling my lewds. That's what. Okay, I'd be.
Nobody would buy your lewds if you were a chick, Mr. Tedman.
Oh no, I'd be the hottest chick. I'd be the hottest chick. I'd get cut up and made up. I'd be the hottest fucking chick, dude.
Likes you,
I would play the game.
Fantasize about being a woman because I know.
Oh. Actually, Ben, that's a theory too. There's a theory that you might be churning out soon.
As a woman?
Ben,
I've tried. I want to be I want to be a woman, so legally I'm favored, but I don't want to cut off my dick and balls.
Wait. Also, it's going to be tough being a 6'8" woman. It's going to be a hard sell.
Well, that'd be part of my oppression, wouldn't it?
Be a tall ass bitch.
The world's largest woman.
I also like gays, but I can't imagine butt sex being anything but.
You see what I'm dead, man.
All right, Hurricane Pyro's in here now. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask him. But I just say don't talk over one another, okay?
Yep, got you, Ben. I'm still waiting on what you said.
I don't know what that means.
No, you know what I mean. Don't play dumb. You said, am I going to take that on the Discord? But you know what you take? Mark Fusion's talking about your daughter's pussy getting wet. Yeah, that's what you take, huh? Your purple micro penis ass. Boy, get the fuck out of here.
That's a Ruby quote.
Have fun sucking on your daddy's purple micro penis.
No, that shows that the fact that it's purple-ish shows that I'm a black man, and you should know black people do have sort of purplish dicks, don't they?
Nah.
Okay?
I don't know if a white dude's dick should be purple.
It's about
a little bit.
Can I just ask, what the hell is going on with Hurricane Pyro's PFP? What is that?
I believe it's Hormaxer in a dress that he's holding by his pigtails or something.
And what is that, Hurricane?
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
I have smoke for that nigga. Still. And I heard that he got kicked out of a bar like last night. Is that true?
He did.
Paro, what was I honestly don't remember what I was saying that you're offended that I didn't follow up on. What was it? Are you going to take that? Because someone said something.
I'm still waiting for what you said. Because, Ethan was putting words in my head. I'm still waiting for what you said.
Because I said, are you going to take that? hurricane and you don't know what it was referring to?
Nope.
Like that? Oh.
I'm still waiting.
Well, I have no idea.
You're going to be waiting a long time because I have no idea what you're referring to.
Yeah, because it's too late. Because y'all scared of streaming on YouTube because y'all was on the VC, so that makes sense.
I like the way that all the panelists play hot potato with Hurricane Paro. It's your turn now, dead man.
I don't know what the beef is. I don't know.
Problem now.
He's waiting on
problem
something.
With Paro is everyone says that he turns on them if you kind of like don't give him what he wants, and then he'll like threaten you or whatever and go anti-TOS. But Paro's never done that to me, right, Paro? I mean, I've never accused you of that. You
try to accuse me of being following underage Discord on your server according to the Play Game. Yes. That's where it came from.
Oh,
the Discord girl who was 16?
Usually lie, right?
No, the teen porn server that it was located, and I asked for the link, and everybody were accusing me as a pedo. That's what happened.
The teen server.
I don't know anything about a teen porn Discord.
That sounds sus as fuck.
It said hot teens and OnlyFans leaks.
That sounds
he
sus,
joined straight
dude.
away.
On Discord?
He sent a link to that, and he was like, "Oh, I'm clicking."
I mean, what's the problem with what is it? You're a pedo if you click on that? Why? Because you like hot teens? What's the problem with that?
Hey, that's what it's saying to me because it says hot teens, but I was
teen is 19, so there are hot teens.
All those teenagers were 19. Hurricane Paro did nothing wrong.
On a Discord, yeah. I doubt
if they're doing porn, they have to be 18.
Shit to my head.
And if you think an 18-year-old is a child, then you're mentally ill.
It could be 14.
18 is a legal age.
Pornhub and you go teen pussy, like that's the most common search, right?
Yeah.
The idea is like nothing could be on Pornhub is under 18.
All right.
So, whatever.
We're going straight.
Can we change the topic here? Okay. Hey, we got the Thorps here. We got the Thorps here that recently had a court case thing happening. They can only answer so many questions. And we were talking about Discord teen links. What the fuck is going on here? The priorities, guys.
Unnatural progression.
You see how good Deadman is? You're a natural talk show host, Deadman.
Thank you.
Have you ever thought of that? You're funny. You don't have a lot of skin in the game. In some ways, you don't know what's going on, which is kind of interesting because you're just like,
I'm just a normie. Almost a normie.
You're not like fucking obsessed like Rubek Spacecock. You did a very beautiful room saying, hey, Rubes, maybe it's a little crazy how you deal with like your thing with the Thorps. Might want to take just a little step back before you go into crazy land.
Okay.
It was very nice.
No, but as a secret for 5 years.
Hey, Rizza, do you have any questions regarding the court stuff?
No, because I already know.
Oh, you already know.
But we had Dead Man as a secret for 5 to 6 years, and now he's got 40 watching.
Yeah, you guys go way back.
Good for him, bro. Yeah,
that's good.
I remember, and it was just me, grossly offensive, sick.
Back in the day, yeah.
I think that was about it. That was it.
That was pretty much it. Yeah, that was it. I was doing the whole playing video games, playing the video games and doing streams. Which that's death.
Have you seen Ryan Shoemaker since he got outed? I haven't seen him. I've heard his voice a couple. Haven't you heard his voice?
He made the Ruby documentary.
But Bob has hung in.
He made the Ruby documentary.
Post Revelation.
Addicted.
Oh,
he did.
Whatever. You should just come back on. I mean, at this point, like it is what it is. If you've done crimes, might as well just.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that happens, right? How he got outed and all that.
How things get revealed.
Yeah. So Rizza already knows about the court stuff. I know your name and
address, but I've never said it, right? I've never said it.
So, okay, just to make sure, is there anything else you guys could say about the court experience? Because I know that they're all yelling at you, mad at you.
I can talk about it.
Grace can talk freely.
All right, Grace. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, talk about
it,
Grace.
A gag order from the daddy judge.
Although you were sequestered.
Yeah, well, so I didn't see what happened while I was sequestered, but it was crazy. It was super, super crazy. I actually cried. I've never cried at court before.
I'm so
I
sorry, Grace. I
cried
made you cry.
because, oh my God, yeah. Well, no, the judge was like, he was such a bully. It was, I've literally never seen anything like this. So I'll simplify it really, really quick. So they have a conference, my dad and my mom's lawyer and the judge, and I was in the courtroom, and I could hear it because they weren't like whispering, but like they were just talking up at his bench. And my dad is like, okay, you know, I don't think we're gonna come to an agreement because my mom's lawyer was like, well, Courtney's willing to take 10,000 and walk away. And my dad was like, I'm not willing to take any offers. Like, I'm not willing to do that. So we may as well move forward to a trial, which is not like an official motion or anything. And then the judge is like, oh, okay, you want a trial? You ready to do that? You know how to ask for evidence? You have witnesses and stuff? And my dad's like, yeah, I'm ready to move to trial. And the judge goes, okay, we'll have a trial in 10 minutes. And I was like, what? And the judge goes, it's 9:50. Be back here at 10 a.m. We'll have a trial. We'll get the trial going today. You guys good with that? And my mom's lawyer's like, and my dad's like, And so the judge leaves the room. We go out. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Of course, that's a violation of due process. You can't start a trial 10 minutes after a bench conference. You can't do that.
Right. That doesn't sound right.
You can't ever do that. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, when I got out of the courtroom and I talked to my dad, I was like, that's not real, right? Like, we're not actually doing that. And I was like, well, we need to file a motion like right now before 10 a.m. And so I look up, I ask Grok like how to file a motion for extension of time during a trial. We write down the motion, we submit it, go back to the courtroom. Now I can't enter the courtroom because I'm a witness in a trial, so I'm sequestered, so I just stay outside. And my dad goes in. I'm like, I have no idea what I've never seen. That's when I cried because I was like, I've never. And the judge was rude and crazy before then, as you can see. A judge calling saying I'm gonna hold a trial 10 minutes after a bench conference, same day, is absolutely ludicrous. Like, you're batshit fucking crazy to do that.
Right.
And I that's like, I've never seen a judge. I mean, I've seen judges like act crazy, like the judge who said that to my dad, like, oh, you think you can do anything you want because you're tall? That was also like crazy. But anyway, so then file the motion for extension of time. I'm crying outside of the courtroom. My dad goes in. He comes out like 30 seconds later, and I'm like, whoa, what happened now? And he goes, oh, the judge said he needs to meet with a personal friend, an old friend, and we're recessing for 15 minutes. And I was like, okay. So it's just, crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm back in 15 minutes. My dad goes in, he comes out and he goes 30 days. And I was like, okay, yeah, that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable, 30 days. And my dad was like, yeah, I wasn't going to do any more of these conferences because the conference is off record, right? When you go up to the bench and you talk to the judge, it's not written down. And the judge was just frankly bullying the fuck out of him. And that's why I cried, because I was like, oh, he's just using the fact that my dad isn't a lawyer and doesn't know exactly how to say things the right way to intimidate him and bully him, which is what this whole like calling a trial for 10 minutes after you have a bench conference is doing. Like, literally nobody has ever done that, ever, unless it's like the day of the trial, you know what I mean? The first day. So it was wild. It was absolutely wild.
And that is a wild experience. Yeah. They can't just go like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a trial right here, right now. You gotta prepare for that. You gotta prep for that.
I mean, it doesn't even make basic sense. Like, you're supposed to have witnesses and evidence. Like, you can't do that in 10 minutes. Even my mom's side can't come up with their witnesses or whatever in 10 minutes. Like, nobody does that.
Right.
Literally nobody does that. And I saw my dad, and like, my dad can run his mouth or whatever. He wasn't with the judge though. He was just saying like, I'm not accepting their offer. I'm not accepting their offer. I understand, they have their evidence. I have mine. I'm okay with going to trial. I'm just not going to accept. He wasn't being, he He wasn't running his mouth.
Okay.
We know he can rant. He wasn't ranting at the judge or any of that, which is why I was super shocked that the judge had that reaction. But my dad pisses off everyone in court, and so do I. I've gotten yelled at multiple times. I got thrown out of the courthouse
I
for
bet
taking pictures of my mother, which was worth it. Also, at this one, so my dad's sitting in the courtroom, right?
Right.
And there's a bailiff, right, which is like the security guy. And I know I'm talking a lot, but I just remember.
No. I'm just hearing the story.
My dad's sitting there. Yeah, my dad's sitting there. And he's supposed to meet with my mom's lawyer. But my mom's lawyer has claimed she's afraid of my dad. So my dad's like, okay, I don't really want to meet with her privately. I'd like to have some like accompaniment. So my dad, like, you're in the courtroom. The judge is like looking at papers. There's a bunch of secretaries up there. You don't exactly know who to talk to. So my dad just kind of raises his hand. And the bailiff walks over. And I swear to God, he said this. Whatever you think happens in a courtroom doesn't. Okay, you can't just raise your hand, and like really rude and aggressive. And my dad was like, okay, but I have this problem. The bailiff was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. And you know, it's just like, they're just such fucking power tripping betas. It's amazing.
Wow. Thanks for telling that. So I do have some questions. One, was there anything definitive about like this? I heard of something about an accountant, that Ben has to get an accountant or something. Is that true?
He threatened that, and I said I don't have any money to pay for it, and then he stopped.
There was a threat of that. Yeah, more bullying.
Okay, so but it sounds like it's going to be
forensic accountant. You know, that kind of guy who goes like, it works for like the FBI to figure out like mafia stuff and all, like Cayman Islands.
So are we going to get a trial in 30 days
with the storage thing?
So are we getting a trial in 30 days?
$400 an hour I have to pay.
So just make sure, are we getting a trial in 30 days?
I got some tricks up my sleeve.
He can't really discuss.
You're welcome to look up the public portal.
Yeah, you can look
for the state of Rhode Island. You can see what the schedule says. But
okay,
portal.
You can't even say there is.
It's going to be fun.
I guess. But Grace, do you know?
You can totally look it up.
Okay.
Rhode Island Judiciary Public Portal.
All right, but it's not over though.
Know whether I'm going to go to jail if I say what's public information.
But it's not over and finalized. Okay, so it tells me so there's future dates. Okay. All right. Rizza, do you have any questions? Is there something I might have missed that you know about?
No.
Okay. This is quite an enlightening, a lot of information here. Thanks for the update, guys. Really appreciate that.
Thanks for talking. It was fun.
No,
Wait,
do it again.
Hang on. Can I say one other thing? Take your headphones off. Let's go off camera for a second. I just wanted to say one other thing that I just remembered. So my dad goes, I've been homeless for like 19 months or so to the judge, because the judge is essentially accusing him of hiding money. And my dad's like, I don't think anybody thinks that we're hiding money. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would we be homeless if we're hiding money? We've spent lots of money on stream that we've made or whatever. Like, why would we do that? But whatever. But so he goes, well, I've been homeless for 19 months. Like, I don't even have a bank account. Like, where would I be putting this? And my mother's lawyer goes, no, you haven't. You've been living in an apartment for 2 months. My dad was like, no, I haven't. She goes, you live stream everything. Ooh. She thinks this studio that we sleep in the RV outside of is an apartment. She's a live viewer chatter. She's a fucking meat watcher. Hi, Alicia. I know you watch everything we do. You're literally like invested in the lore, and you're a lawyer. You're invested in the lore. Like, that's crazy, bitch. That's crazy. You don't know where we live. You're not supposed to come up with theories like chatters do. You're not supposed to be like a random person in my Discord who's like, I think they're living there. We're not. But the fact that you're so unprofessional to guess at where we're living based on our live streams, like, her and my mother really are two peas in a pod, I have to say. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, her lawyer's going to be doing that.
You're going to conjecture that we've been living here for 2 months because of because of our streams? You're just guessing? You present that in a court as evidence, just guessing because we have a different background? Seriously?
Well, yeah, I mean, her attorneys are going to be watching you for sure. They're going to be doing that to gather evidence.
But to say that to the judge,
Courtney might be watching this
judge. That's not evidence. The fact that I have this background is not evidence that I live here. It's not.
So there is another question.
This is not my residence.
So there was another question that PDL had. It's about the gold coins. Do you know what happened to the gold coins?
I don't really want to get into that right now, but all of that stuff has already been in court. So
okay. All right. Well, there's the answer.
All of those receipts and everything were sent. So
okay. So the receipts were sent about like what happened to them and all that.
Yeah, we had to respond to discoveries and interrogatories. So.
I mean, if I had gold coins, I'd be tempted to sell them. Shit, dude. If I had gold coins, I would sell them.
I agree.
Like, if I divorced my wife and she had some gold coins and I had them, I'd be like, well, is she going to know?
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I had one.
Right? It'd be nice. But,
I could use it to get insurance. I don't have to walk everywhere
right,
to get food and stuff. But, you can't all win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're getting covered right now live by Rubeck Space Cadet, huh?
Oh, that's cool. Hey, Ruby, shout out to Ruby. I'm glad Ruby passed on
shout out
this.
to you, Ruby.
I'm glad she
Hold
did.
on a second. Dad. I couldn't hear you.
The dog finally gets a bone. Thank you.
Oh. That man, you should get John on.
If John wants to hop on and ask you guys questions, that's cool too.
John, if you're watching this, come join us, man, because we need to hear your side of the story.
I'll be wrapping up soon. I need to go for a fitness walk, if you will.
Oh, I know what you mean,
Dead man. Don't lie.
No, I've been walking every day.
They were in the apartment.
He's saying he's got to take a shit.
Listen, Ava says in the chat, they were in the apartment a few days ago. My point is, it's totally fine for chatters to like make those like to say like I know where they are. I bet they've been there for this long. I bet this is their living situation. Blah blah blah. Like that's fine. That's what you sign up for as a streamer. Like people theorizing about your life, right? Everybody interacts with that. But the fact that a grown woman lawyer is presenting her theories about where we live based on our streaming to a judge as evidence in a court is just proof of how unprofessional this woman is. It genuinely shocked me.
But Grace,
can you imagine that?
But Grace, what do you think lawyers do?
She probably know you finger your own ass.
They investigate things and they come up with hard evidence. My background being a desk at a building does not mean I live here. Conjecturing that and presenting it as evidence to the judge is patently ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous.
Well, I
guess you should go off of facts. What is my residence? Is this an apartment? Is this a house? Is this a residence?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be a chatter, go in the chat and sit there and say, tag Ava the G and say, I agree with you. Don't bring it up in court to the judge when you have no evidence.
So if she were
it's just one of many things.
So if the lawyer were to present that before the judge, right, like she did there, what would your counter argument be? Would it be like, we live where?
We live in an RV.
Okay, so that's what you guys say. We live in an RV.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
Now recently there's been some apartment streams, but
with my landlord, he has cameras everywhere, but like I don't really think that's your prerogative. Like nothing to do with you.
I'll just say on that, just be careful because the lawyers will be watching, of course, as you know now, and be using everything they can. It as you know, family law is very messy. Very messy.
Yeah, a lot of people say that stuff. I've never seen a single YouTube clip be played in court. People think YouTube and streaming means a lot more than it does. And I think my mom was honestly deluded and she thought like, oh my God, the fact that we had these arguments on live stream means something. It doesn't mean shit. I've never seen a single live stream clip played or referenced in court ever.
Well, if you guys...
Except for Alicia saying, I conjecture that they're living somewhere based on their streaming.
Well, if you guys take this to trial, then those things probably will come up.
Walk around and find out.
I think it's going to be fun. But I don't think... What clips are going to come up? What clips are going to come up? What clips?
Ben spanking you, of course.
Why would that come up? I'm an adult. I'm an adult. I'm not involved in the divorce. Except as a witness. But I'm not part of the custody.
Right.
Nothing about me is relevant to the case. My mom saying he abuses her in her affidavit for the restraining order has nothing to do with it. I asked a lawyer about it. I'm irrelevant. except as a witness to either party I might be called. I have nothing to do with custody or anything like that.
All right. Yeah, just know that, when it goes to trial, that's when they gather, when they get into the evidence, the discovery, that's when all that stuff is going to come to light. So that's when that will happen.
It is true. That might happen. I haven't seen any of that. I didn't realize that up until now, it's just been kind of like negotiations. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, when it goes to trial, they might even call on character witnesses like me. Shit, dude. What the fuck? I'll be like,
hell yeah.
Be like, I don't know, man. One time I tried to murder them.
Bro, will you be a witness in my divorce case, bro?
Shake it, baby.
Ben and Grace are trash.
Thank you. All right.
Shout out to that person.
Shout out to Snell. Okay, so any other questions about the wrap up here? I think this was a good conversation. I'm glad I got this because it was great. I honestly was like, where's the update? Because like it's good to know.
The update of her washing her hands.
I know you guys probably consider me a hate watcher or an A-log. If anything, I just want to be informed about the Thorps. Like I'm like a Thorp scholar. Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
You're super.
A Thorp junkie.
You aren't irrelevant because you were used to funnel the stolen money through.
Pray for you, dead man.
Eva, are you under the impression that I received like something like $100,000 and that just wasn't included in the divorce case? All of the receipts were sent over. There is no secret. There is no secret.
One last question for you, Grace.
It was written down and sent to them. I was paid for my labor. Yeah, I know you don't get paid for the kind of work you do, but that doesn't mean everybody has that experience.
So my last question for
you. We
you.
get work of fingering our own asses.
Are there going to be any more apartment streams?
Yeah, we are gonna have to talk. I'm gonna have to update you guys about that. Yeah.
Okay.
There's an update. Let's just say.
Okay.
So.
Jacinda's not bothering you guys, is she?
Also, it's related to Jacinda. My landlord wants to start podcasting. Now, he has offered to pay me for my time to help him start podcasting, but my genius thought is, you save your money. All I want to do is stream myself helping you start your podcast because he is entertaining. So you might be getting landlord content.
Your landlord is going to cover the Thorps?
I do need to ask. So you asked me if I wanted.
No. He wants to do a podcast he like races cars on the speedway racing track or something. Yeah.
I've got a question.
All right, Rizzo has a question.
That might be. I'm looking forward to that. I think you guys will enjoy that, and I honestly think it would be good for him too. Because if you want to start a podcast, you should get your camera feet, and like you can get him with me, and like he doesn't have to read the chat if he's like nervous about it or whatever, and he'll save money because I'll help him like set up his mics or whatever.
All right, Rizzo, what's your question?
How's it going clearing out the storage space? Are we nearly there?
Not great.
Not
is the
not
answer.
Yet. Okay.
Not great. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap up the stream here. This was very good. Thank you, Grace and Ben, for coming on. And this was totally spur of the moment.
You're
I was
welcome.
really going to do boring stuff with Kino Casino. So this was great.
How dare you? Kino Casino is never boring.
Man,
Sometimes it is.
Man, it's hard to get. I cannot stand PPP's voice, man. Like, oh, man. Anyway. That's pretty much it, guys.
Voice is funny.
I thought this was good. It was a great conversation. We got into it. I think Grace had some introspection.
Yeah,
I would say, Grace, like, take some time and really think about that stuff. Like why are you angry, and really kind of explore that some more. I'm sure you do that every day. Anyway.
Stop being a pussy.
Let's see what I can do.
All right. Anyway, that's pretty much it.
Bye, dead man.
Bye. All right, guys, I'll be wrapping up the stream here. I thought this was good. If you liked it, press the like button. I try to ask what you guys were asking about. We did get the gold coins. We did get the land, the apartment question. I'm sure there's other questions that you guys had. Well, maybe there'll be a next time, or maybe the next person who gets to interview them will be able to ask those questions. So there's that. With that said, yeah, man. I mean, it's good having you guys here to hang out in the chat. I got a big chat to shout out to everybody. Enon J, Anthony B, Ava the G, Big Scary Man, here for the show, Hurricane Pyro, King TL. Are we still knocking bitches' teeth out, are we? RD, Roberto, Schizo Spud, C. Crest, Shamu. Shout out to Shamu. Absolutely, man. He's a real investigator. Snell, Sponge, Saint Elmo's Fire, Stacks, Susan, Nikki New. Oh, honestly, if Nikki New was here doing the whole voice, oh man, that'd be sweet. Her voice is so sweet. It's like sugar for your ears. Check the VC chat before you leave. Oh, I'll check that. Let me see. Oh, what's this?
Never have I ever had a finger in my butt.
Oh, what is this? Hold on. Maybe we got bonus material real fast. What is this?
Never have I ever had a finger in my butt.
Okay. Does your own finger count?
A finger, so yes. Get out of here, Lalo.
No, I'm glad she answered that.
How did I get that one right?
Did you put one down?
No, of course not. I was just taking it back.
Oh my God, Grace had a finger up her butt? She stuck her finger up her butt.
And I'm impressed.
Oh, you cool. Nasty bitch.
That's a finger. I guess so.
You nasty
bitch. Your turns, like, actually.
Is it the same finger you just kissed right now? You're savoring the flavor? I can still taste it. My own supply. Grace poop. Look at that.
Really cool.
Miss Buttfinger stood running
Apollo's
wild.
lying his ass off. I'm not, I swear to God, no.
And you have the nerve to talk shit about Ava and Ruby. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think
you out there fingering your own asshole, girl.
You have one, I have one.
Man, what was Grace swirling around? Was she swirling around her finger in her ass? Dude, that's gnarly, man. Oh, we got a lot of gifted subs. Gifted memberships. Thank you. Shout out to Ruby for that. That's amazing. Thank you, Ruby. That is indeed. I was not expecting that. Thank you for that. I mean, tomorrow when I look at the whole like revenue thing, I'll be happy. I'll be happy for real. Miss Buttfinger. Yeah. Man. Anyway, we got a lot of member flares going on here. This is a lot. Oh man. Okay, but thank you so much. Man, this is so cool. I hope you guys have fun with this interview. And yeah, I know this is like my best stream, probably be my best stream for like the whole year, honestly. All right, but anyway, it was great, and I liked being like kind of like just talking to the Thorps that way. And that's how you do it, man. It doesn't mean I condone everything they do. Of course I don't. But I mean, they make their own decisions. What am I supposed to do about it, right? Anyway, how many more flares do we have? Was that 10? Okay. Jimmy BB1, B81, you're now a member. I know I got a lot of gifted subs. Are really that does get kind of annoying now. We got another one. Oh, Nikki New, yeah. like if you want a VC, I don't know what we'll talk about, but 15 total. Oh man. Oh, because we got 5 from Ashes to Ashes. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, damn. Holy crap. Man, I'm super thankful, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. Wow. I know. Well, this is a good smile. It's a good day. It's a good day. That's gonna be a good walk. Be walking with a smile on my face tonight. All right. Yeah, man. I think we're good here. Thank you so much for making this stream awesome with you guys in the chat. PDL, I'll try to ask your questions. I was seeing you. I was trying to gauge where the conversation was going. You know, in the introspection moment, my aim wasn't really I was just, have Grace think about where she's at and what could she have done differently, and just what does she want to do, really? She's 22, and I mean, does she want to go to college? Does she what does she want to do, really? If she doesn't really want to stream, that's something for her to figure out. Anyway, y'all take it easy. Have a good one. Have a blessed one. And yeah,